Hi everybody, welcome to Crafting by the Bay. My name is JC and today I'm going to share with you my favorite DIY products, so I hope you join me. I'm going to get my keyword set up here and then share this into my free VIP group. That's where I have specials, giveaways, insider information. So if you're not a part of that group, just type VIP all together in the comments so you can get the link sent to you for that group so you can join it to be a part of it. Today's keyword is days, D-A-Y-S. All right, let me hop over to Facebook. When you hop on, say hello, let me know you're there. If you're watching a replay, just hashtag replay, let me know you stopped by. All right, let me find myself here. It's going a little slow. There we are. Hi, Amy, how are you? Hope you're having a fantastic day. That's funny, I can see the comment on my computer, but nothing is on my phone. Hopefully it will come on my phone. All right, do me a favor, heart this video if you can, say hello. Hi Linda, oh, I see a comment, okay. Hi Lori, share it if you can. Thank you for sprinkling. Oh, that's funny, it's coming up different on my computer than it is on the phone, and I can't see Amy's on my phone. That is so weird. Okay, we are going to do the 12 days of Christmas. Sorry, it's gonna be backwards. We're gonna do the 12 days of Christmas. This is a bundle that you can get together. So you can buy the banner separate, the transfer separate, or you can buy it together. Hey Beverly, but today's keyword is days, D-A-Y-S, or day, it doesn't matter, day or days. So I am actually going to do something that I don't normally do. I'm actually going to completely cut this because I think it will be easier to use if I completely cut it. So that way I won't get paste. I'm going to use paste because this is not something I am going to be washing. So I'm going to use paste. You could absolutely use ink. Thank you for the stars, Linda. You could absolutely use ink if you want to. So here is the banner. So it comes with the dowel rod, the string, and then all the pockets. You could actually use this organizer for anything. It doesn't have to be for this transfer. You could use it for absolutely anything. It does have 12 pockets. It's a good size. Let me see if it says what size it is. I don't see where it says what size it is, and I don't have a measuring tape right here. But it's a pretty good size, as you can see. And so we are going to use chalk today on this, but I'm actually going to cut this transfer. I'm going to be very careful to cut this up. You don't have to cut it. I just think it will be easier to use. That way I can put each one separately on the pockets. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So I'm very carefully gonna cut around these, and then we'll probably have to use some placement tape so I don't go over the edge of these. All right, so it is gonna be sort of close. So I do have my placement tape, so I can put this along the edges. So very carefully, I'm gonna cut this. But let me know how everyone is doing today. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. I had to run some errands this morning, go to Walmart and get some stuff for dinner. And so I'm like, I need to go live right now or I probably will not make it on. And I usually don't cut the backer sheet, but I just figured it probably would be easier for this one if I did. So I will just put all of these in like a Ziploc bag, probably when I am done after I wash it. If you do not have our placement tape, blue painter's tape would probably work really well. I should have totally done this before. All right, so I went out in the garage and I basically went shopping in my own stash for things to fill the pockets of this, because this is actually just for me for decor. It's not going to be like for kids to get a surprise out of or anything like that, although you can absolutely do that if you want to, but for me it's just decor. So I'm going to fill the pockets with like decor kind of things, but you could fill it with anything, little gifts, candy, whatever you want. So keep that in mind. But all right, so I'm going to start with just this one up here first, and let's see, I don't think it's gonna go through. You could use an ink. I'm gonna grab my ink mat just in case. I am using chalk, so I don't think it's gonna go through, but just in case, and it's not really a big deal if it does, because nobody is gonna see the back. So I'm just gonna put that on there. All right, so since this is just for me, I was just gonna do it in nominee, but I know that you guys have been challenging me to use color. So should I just use all nominee and then the pieces, like, so I went in my garage and I just went in my stash of stuff and I grabbed like little things to put in the pockets. So like I had all of this stuff and I'm just gonna shove it in the pockets. There's some trees. There's like a little sled. I have some ribbon, berries. So should I do it Ivy Cherry Nominee and Shimmer Shadow? So all four, or just keep it simple and do it all nominee and then add colorful things. Let me know. I want to do it in all nominee, but I will do it in color if you guys want to see that. So let me know while I'm putting this on there. So this just says 12 Days of Christmas. And since it's going on fabric, I don't need to fuzz it. So I'm just going to put it on there. And I'm just going to center it right in the middle here above these two pockets. I have just this little ruler, so I'm going to see. Hi Nancy. Nominee and add colorful items. Gold with hints of red would be really pretty. Rachel, that would be very pretty. All right, I want to see. Whoops, I want to see. I want to try to make it sort of. That's like 4. Okay, it's got to go that way just a little. It is 4 1/4. Nominee. Oh my gosh, I just pulled it a little too far. You guys, I cannot get it. All right, right there. Just want to make sure it is straight. All right, so I'm gonna push this down. Oh, you guys, I don't know what to do. Should I do, because these are going to be, I mean, I can do it, but if I do these in colors, we're probably gonna be here for hours. Unless I do like, I can do the design in Nominee and maybe the wording in Cherry. So do Nominee for the design and then Cherry for all of the wording. How about that? I think that would look probably good because I don't want to do him like, I don't want to do him in red, give him red hair. So how about that? How about I do all of those in Nominee and then I do the little banner part. You can stay for hours. So, all right, I'm going to, up here, I'm going to do color. And then I'm going to do these in Nominee and Cherry. So up here, I'm going to do Nominee, Cherry, and I'm going to use this. Whoops, hit myself in the face. I'm going to use this. Okay, so I'm going to use Nominee, and I actually found, I did have another jar of Nominee. So I have Nominee, and then I'm going to use Cherry, which I do not have a lot of, and then I'm going to use Ivy. I'm going to put a little bit of Ivy right here. All right, make sure this is down really, really good. Like I said, I'm using chalk. This is not something I'm going to wash. This is just for decor. So that is why I am doing this. So I'm actually going to start with, I'm going to do Christmas in Nominee. This is not going to work here. Let's see. All right, I'm going to do Christmas in Nominee. And because I am using chalk, I'm going to have to do chalk and pull. And I'm going to have to be very careful not to hit the bottom because I forgot to tape it off. And this is canvas, so you're going to have to push a little bit harder. If you do ink, you're going to want to be careful, like gentle. And then because I didn't tape it off, I'm just going to go really careful here. But like I said, you can buy this as a bundle, so you can get the transfer and the banner. And of course, if you're a Perks member, you're going to save your 30%. If you're not a Perks member, you'll just pay retail. If you want to save 30%, you can sign up to become a Perks member for only $10 through the 12th. And then you can instantly start saving your 30%, get your $20 product credit. This would be cute for the kiddos if you want to put like little gifts in there. I am just doing it for myself, for my own decor. All right, I'm just gonna scrape off, squeegee off all the extra here. Put it back in the jar. Now this is chalk in paste form. It dries pretty fast. All right, I'm gonna pull that back so I can release it. Ah, look at how pretty. So pretty. All right, there's a little bit right there on the C. Hopefully this does not bleed. There we go. All right, so right there, and then I'm gonna lay it back down very gently, and then we're gonna do this part right here. And I'm gonna add, I'm gonna do cherry for the words up here. I do need to make sure this is down really good. All right, cherry for the 12 days of. You guys, it actually feels like a fall day today. It is a little breezy, and when I left to do my errands, it wasn't even 70 degrees, almost. Oh, I just started to go into, oh my gosh, I wasn't even paying attention. That's what happens when I talk. I started to go into the greenery. All right, I'm gonna do the end of this. I started to go into the greenery, but hopefully I can get it to the green to cover it up. This one is a little awkward. All right, I'm gonna use the little detailed tool to do the ivy. So we have a small squeegee, we have a mini squeegee, we have this detailed tool, which is so tiny, and then we have a multi-tool. So they're all different size squeegees. All right, so now I'm gonna pull all of this up very gently. Yay, it looks so pretty. Oh, I'm missing so many comments. I am so sorry. It's only in the 60s there today. Yes, I love it. All right. All right, I'm gonna put this right back on this little backer sheet. I will wash it when I am done. Just wash it with water in your sink and you can reuse it. So I'm gonna stick that over there. All right, so we have the 12 days of Christmas. I am sorry it is backwards, but let's dry that. And where I went into the green part, the green covered the red, so you can't even see it. All right, we do not need to totally dry that. I'm gonna flip this around. I love it. All right, we're gonna have just pops of color on here. So we're not gonna use the green anymore. That was all the green we're gonna have on there. But there's some green. All right, so let's go ahead and put all of these on here. And I have to try to make sure they're gonna all be straight. All right, so okay, there is a stitching. Now I'm gonna pray and hope that the stitching across the top is all gonna be straight, and that's where I'm gonna put the top of the transfer. And that's where I'm going. If you guys wanna measure, I'm gonna eyeball the rest of it, but I'm going to put it I can see this one is a little crooked. But for the most part, that's how I'm going to and if I cut it crooked, then, you know. But I'm going to use that stitch as my guide. That way, hopefully, for the most part, it will be fairly straight. Hi Tina, how are you? Thank you for sharing. Just curious if anyone already got this, or maybe you were a little intimidated by it, or maybe you thought, oh, this one is gonna have to come down just a little. As long as these little banners are pretty much straight across. That one might be a little crooked. Make sure my numbers are in the order they're supposed to be. This would be cute. I just thought of this. If you have kiddos or maybe you're a teacher, this would be cute making like a little matching game. You could do it on like cardstock or watercolor paper and do like a memory kind of game. That would be sort of cool for the kiddos to do. All right, we're almost done with these. It's a little time consuming. All right, and if you can't get the transfer off on one corner, just go to another corner and try to get it off. And I probably should have paid better attention when I was taking these off, so I could have put them back on the right backers. All right, last one. Okay, so I have this little piece of cardboard. I'm gonna see, I might have to trim it down just a little. I'm just gonna stick this inside as I go along, just so it won't go through. All right, so we're gonna do nominee. We're gonna do nominee for the design and then cherry for the words. And I'm so nervous, you guys, but here goes. So, this one is gonna take a little bit of concentration because I don't wanna take time to tape it off. And one good thing about doing this in chalk is it's gonna dry fast, so I don't have to worry about heat setting it and then waiting for it to dry. right, now I'm gonna switch to my multi-tool. I did see someone do this in Shimmer Shadow and it was really pretty too. And then they put colorful things in each pocket. So pretty. It's sort of hard to see the writing, but hey Kim, how are you? Hi Margie. I am doing good. All right, I'm just gonna have to stick them on. I don't even know which one it goes on, but I'm just gonna stick it on one and then I'm just gonna keep going. I just touched the Christmas. It's not completely dry up there, so I have to be careful. This one has like a little crease in it, must be where it was folded. So hopefully it comes out. Right, I'm just gonna keep switching back and forth. This one says 2 turtle doves. I definitely would not try this without a detailed tool or a multi-tool. So make sure to add a detailed tool or a multi-tool to your order. Today's keyword is days. I love it. I love the nominee and the cherry. You guys, I'm gonna grab a wipe. I am so afraid I'm gonna get this on. I did not put my wipes back the other day, and these are dried. Boy. I don't know how I always manage to get it all over me, but I do. All right, this one is 3 French hens. Lots of concentration. another one. If you guys haven't already, please hit that heart button. Make sure you're saying hello when you hop on. And then my 3 didn't go through all the way. When you're on the replay later, just hashtag replay. Let me know you stopped by. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, because this is canvas, I do have to push just a little bit harder so it will go through. You guys, I'm getting red all over my hands. So I'm just piling those up over there. You guys, time out. Let me clean it up. All right, I'm not liking the way that the words are turning out, so I'm gonna try something really quick. I feel like my words, because they're so tiny, they're getting lost. So I'm gonna try this. So I'm gonna spray. I'm gonna spray this and let it sit just for a second. And I'm hoping that this helps it stick a little bit better, so my words come out a little bit crisper. After all of that. Now, if you put it on directly, it's going to be, you want to wait a little bit so it doesn't like completely stick. But I'm hoping that this will help my words turn out a little bit better. So let's see. Because the font and the words are so tiny. All right, let's see how this golden rings turns out. Much better. I know I am such a messy crafter all the time. I'm messy with everything I do. Okay. All right, so now we need 6. So this is 6 geese a laying. Now I have to remember that I stuck transfers on me. I'll be looking for them and won't remember what I did with them. So afraid I'm gonna go off the transfer. Okay, so this spray is semi-permanent, so you never want to spray the transfer directly, and it just helps it stick a little better so you get a more crisp design. Like, the words are so tiny, it's helping it just come out a little bit better. And you want to let it dry a little bit before you stick it on there. This is 7 Swans a Swimmin'. And by the time we get to the very end, it should pretty much all be dry. I'm gonna grab a new multi-tool because that one's getting pretty dirty. Almost done. Almost. I'm so afraid I'm gonna put the numbers down wrong. This is 8 maids of milking. And I'm so sorry. This one is taking a lot of concentration, so I can't see a lot of the comments. Oh, that one was right on the edge. I was doing really good. And I'm getting it all over my fingers again. I thought I got that one all over, but I did not. I do not know how that did not happen. All right. Okay, here is 9. I don't even know. Here is 9. This one is very intense. Can you imagine if I did this all in different colors? We would be here for hours. I'm gonna grab another one because they are all dirty. I'm getting it all over my fingers. Now this bottom row has more of a border since it was the very bottom. 2 more. Are you guys bored yet? 2 more. And then we're gonna put some stuff in the little pockets. You guys, I totally forgot about moving my cardboard. All right, we're almost done. Usually the chalking part is the quickest part. She's so cute. Okay. Oh my goodness, you guys. So messy. This one is 10 Lords of Leaping. Does anyone have the song memorized? I definitely do not. I definitely could not sing it without looking at the words. It's all done. I think I went through 4 or 5 multi-jewels. All right. Let me wipe off my fingers really quick. The only one, number 3 is the only one that I'm gonna have to go back and redo the 3. I'll have to wash the transfer and then redo it because it didn't go through all the way. Look at how pretty. Oh. So here is, I need to take that out. All right, we're gonna hit this really fast with the blow dryer. I love the nominee with a pop of red. What do you guys think? So here is the nominee with the pop of red. Let's hit it with a blow dryer, and then these actually, probably just the bottom ones. Like I said, you can stuff the pockets with whatever you want. This is just for me, so I'm just doing it more of decorative. Now, if you do that in all different colors, it's gonna take you a while, but you could definitely do it. Okay, that would be good enough. So, I don't know why my camera is so wonky today, but, so this is stuff I went out in my garage and went in my Christmas bins. Actually, let me cover my chalk really quick. So I went out in my craft bins in the garage and just grabbed some things. To fill the pockets with. So I have like this little tree. So I have a couple trees. This one still has a tag on it. I don't know why my camera is so weird. And I don't know, this guy came from the Dollar Tree last year. I don't even know. We'll see if he fits in a pocket. He's just a little owl. I don't know, he might be too big. Ah, we can get him in a little bit. And then I just have some of these little berry picks. I actually think this came from Walmart last year because it says 98 cents. So I think this came from Walmart last year. So I'm just gonna bend this. Thanks, Lori. Let's see. I have, not sure where these came from. Oh, Hobby Lobby. So these came from Hobby Lobby. These are actually just like an ornament. Actually, I'm gonna take, here. This came from the dollar store last year. This is just a church ornament. So just a church ornament. It's just a plastic. I don't know. This came from the dollar store last year as well. I don't know if we'll be able to get this. It's just a sleigh. Let's see if we can get it in here somewhere. But today's keyword is days. For 12 days. This came from Walmart last year. This is just a reindeer. Let's see if he'll fit in there anywhere. I didn't have to go shopping for any of these. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Okay, he's a little big, but we're gonna make him work. All right, we're gonna put another one of these down towards the bottom. Just gonna bend it. What do you guys think? These These are probably too little. It's like a little sled. This came from the dollar store years ago. Here's a little wreath. I do have some greenery, and I did pick up these two from Walmart today. This is a glass. I thought it was plastic, but it's actually glass, and it was $2 for this nutcracker. So let's put him in here. And then I got this candy cane. So I'm gonna stick this down there. And then I grabbed some cinnamon sticks for another DIY that we're gonna be doing. So let's just stick a couple. I got these at Hobby Lobby today. So let's just stick a couple in here. And actually this came from Hobby Lobby too, so let's stick this with the cinnamon sticks. All right, so here is our cute, let me see if I can get it a little bit closer for you guys. Our 12 days of Christmas. I'll probably rearrange those a little bit to make them flow a little bit better. But how cute is that? I missed so many comments probably. You guys, look at how cute this is. So stinking cute. So there is my 12 days of Christmas. This is pretty long. You guys, that is so long. I probably will cut that and shorten that. It came with the dowel and this. I definitely will shorten this. This is super long, but it's so cute. My 3, I do have to go back over my 3 right there. It didn't come out very well. I need to push down a little bit harder on that. But I think it's super cute. It came out really well. If you guys have any questions, feel free to send me a message. Today's keyword is days for the 12 days of Christmas. Thank you, Laura. You guys are so sweet. I'm not super happy with the letters. I mean, they came out, but it's so small, but it did come out, but still, can't complain, right? It did come out. And so this is what I used. This is what I used because I wanted the words to come out a little bit crisper. So if you use something like this, this is semi-permanent. And I got this actually got this at Walmart a while ago. It's Craft Bond. I know it's probably backwards. If you want a picture of it, I can send you one. Just send me a message. It's Elmer's Craft Bond spray adhesive. Usually I only use this like if I'm making t-shirts and my transfer isn't sticky, or I'm making like porch leaners and my transfer, I've used it a million times. Spray the surface only, wait a few minutes, and then put your transfer down. And this creates a stronger bond so it doesn't bleed if your transfer isn't sticky. I did it because you can't tell now, but just the writing is so little and so much soap screen, and I wanted to be able to see it a little bit better, so that's why I used it. So keep that in mind. If you use something like this, follow the directions. Do not get a permanent one, and do not spray the transfer, spray the surface. But like I said, I usually only use it if my transfer is lost its stick. And so that's why I never throw away a transfer, because you can always use something like this to continue to use it. But if something has like really small font or something like that and you want to make sure it comes out, that's when I would utilize that. So that's just a little tip for you. But thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Sorry I was so ultra focused on this. I did not want to mess up or go off the lines since I didn't tape it off. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And if you have any questions, feel free to send me a message, and I will see you guys real soon. Bye.